It's time for fun and shenanigans. Let's get into it.
What's
Yes.
what's going on? Your
It's like
hair
I'm going
is
to a Black Panther meeting today.
yeah, that's why um
You got your
I had to
earrings.
step away.
Oh, did
We
you
were
get your Black
there
Panther?
you go. There you go.
I have my lip
No,
gloss,
honestly,
lip
that's
gloss.
and earrings.
And when I no, that's when I want to look friendly.
You want to look for
No longer Black Panther, DoorDash attendant,
yeah. Um,
driver.
hold on one second, let me raise the volume a little bit. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, your hair looks even longer since the last time I saw you because I haven't seen you in a minute.
Oh, I know, a whole month at least,
Has
right?
it feel like it's been, yeah. It feel like
So
it's been
it doesn't feel like a month for me because
uh
I'm loading everything onto YouTube and I'm like reliving our moments.
hmm.
And so I went to load it and I was like, oh, this one's already loaded.
No,
And
your hair is longer since I've seen you. No,
oh,
it's longer. It's not. I was saying it feels like it's longer, but it's longer. I'm looking at it right now.
okay. You went back
Yeah,
to footage. You're like,
yeah, I can tell. I can tell that it's longer. Happy New Year.
oh, same to you.
We
Here.
really did. We really were in like a. But this is me all day, especially because it's like so.
Cold outside.
Like this is me
I know. Oh,
all day
mm.
because that's I'm mostly outside. So I'm just like
And
you
then it's
know
like you don't want to have on a big coat for like
because
20
moving
seconds
around and
at the
stuff
most,
like
right?
that.
Got to be
Yeah.
agile.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's so interesting this time of year because yeah, you're cold, but you like you said, you're going to your car warms up, it's like the best feeling. But then like if you go into a store, a lot of times they have like the heat going and I'm like, oh my God, it's too warm because like if I'm just sitting still,
Yeah.
fine. But if I'm moving, I quickly make my own
It's
heat.
hot. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like, ooh, we get you. Oh, did you move a finger? Okay, it's time to get hot. Like it just
It's hot.
that's just how my body works.
Um, I,
Um,
I think it's most of our bodies. The
no, some people
typical,
don't overheat. Well, I overheat then because some people don't. Some people just be chill. Like some people have to do the most to to get warm.
to a degree, I'm that person. Like if I'm sitting still, like if I'm at my house, I'm like, oh, boys, aren't you guys freezing? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh. But like you said, when I'm in the car, I'm perfect. And then I
Mhm.
only have to make it to the store. So it's like, I don't want to wear a coat because then I can't maneuver around the store. I'm like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh." And then you get hot. You don't want to put the coat
Yeah,
in the cart because the cart technically is dirty. And I'm like,
I know. Ugh.
I don't want to have it in my hand because then that's a whole other problem is sliding.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just
I
gonna run to the store and be freezing for 30 seconds to a minute
I
at the most.
I'm gonna tell you the worst part of doing what I do right now out in the streets,
Treats.
picking stuff up, dropping it off. The worst part is having to use a public bathroom.
You have to know your good You're like, who has
Oh, okay. So
mm,
you that is exactly it. I've had to it's been like a scavenger hunt for me, okay? To find and I mean, Chris thinks I'm crazy, but I have like all of like the anti uh
bacteria? What? Like
oh my
cleaning?
God, I was gonna say antibacterial wipes,
You're like, I know
pumps,
biotics are not right, but
sprays.
ugh. So
Um,
you go in there and clean their bathroom on their behalf?
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no. But like
just in case.
even just to open the door, I want to have like a wipe to open the door to get into it. Okay. And then when I open the bathroom door, I want to open it with like a wipe. I want to close it, with a wipe in my hand. I'm going to use my, sleeve or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And then, I have my own, like if it calls for it, I have my own toilet seat covers because I do not, first of all, I don't want to get to that point, but if it has to get to that point,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to use theirs because it's so thin. Okay. And also it's just sitting there in the bathroom. Like, but the ones I have are thicker and they're
Uh-huh.
flushable and all that
Okay.
other stuff. Yeah, oh yeah,
On your research.
I'm
Tonya.
not like, oh my God, I went like it's basically uh uh
On this episode, I need to have like,
a
well,
care
I'll put the links below.
I
I need to
know.
put the links
It's
below.
basically a care package for the streets.
Like you need to market that. That is a thing. You
Yeah.
probably could create that and sell it to like Uber drivers, DoorDash moms.
Yeah.
Like,
Or just have like an Amazon link, go
yeah,
here, use my link,
yeah.
purchase the items. But yeah, it's like exactly because a lot of times that's what I see. I see moms and their kids, and I do not miss those days having to go to the when you because when your kid got to use the bathroom, when they
Got
gotta go, they gotta
gotta
go.
go.
And I'm like I do not miss those days. And I have been even at work, I hated using, the public bathroom there because it was nasty.
So
Like,
yeah,
and they cleaned it
I like
often,
busted the door down like
and they cleaned it often, but I still like
I
people
don't
there
understand who goes to their work bathroom and does crazy stuff. Like,
just like
what?
honestly, like why are you like why is it a pad that's left on the side? Like what?
Like, right.
So yeah, so I'm very particular about that. And then I get nervous when Chris goes because he's like a big dude. So I'm thinking about, but then also like I know men's bathrooms is different. You have the urinal and then, I don't know. But it's probably cleaner though, to be honest, than the women's bathroom. But um yeah. No, no, but then again, I don't know because one time accidentally went into a men's bathroom at LaGuardia Airport.
Oh, oh, that's different.
Yeah.
There.
Because I was like, ooh, but I was like, something's weird because I didn't see any urinals, but
Yeah.
I was like, something's different, like off. Like,
Yeah.
and maybe they were in a different area. So I went
And
into
maybe
this.
they may have had urinals, but they may have still had them in stalls because you have so many different
Well,
types of people.
I went into the stall.
Of a men's bathroom?
I used it. Girl, I did not, I still didn't
Yeah,
realize I was in the men's bathroom. Nobody was in there.
that's a
It was
miracle.
completely, yeah. So went in there, did my thing. I was like, and I kept having the feeling like something's different. And the thing is, I didn't see anything, but it just felt different. Like my
Yeah.
bones were telling me it was something different. And then so I was like, okay, went to wash my hands. And the janitor, no, not a janitor, I'm sorry. A man started to walk into the bathroom. And when he saw me in there washing my hands, he was like, oh, like because he thought he
He
might have been
was
in the
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, that's okay. Like, like I'm the one that's,
Married?
that's not my
How I met my husband.
That's not our meet cute. That's not our meet cute at all.
Hmm.
So, so, um, as I, went out, he was
That's
standing
a
there because
different.
he was like, "Oh no, this is the men's bed." And I was just like, and I looked, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
My
It was,
bad. My
it was.
bones were telling me I was wrong, but I really had to go.
I honestly like every second of my experience in the bathroom was telling me something's different, something's off. So it can happen. It can happen. I don't know. I don't know. Um, so yeah, so what's been going on? How was your holidays, your new year, kids back in school now? I mean, they've been back in school for a minute, but
Yeah, this is going on week 3, but only
Mhm.
one full week, and then the last 2 weeks were still 4-day weeks, which was cool. Um, it's been A lot, a lot.
Yeah.
So the holidays were great. Turned out really nicely. We did Christmas with the boys in the morning, then went to my dad's house, and a lot of family was there
Oh,
catching
that's
up.
nice.
Yeah, that was fun. Um, let's see, did a girls trip, like mini trip last week with my aunt. We went to like the
Oh, that
spa
is
up in
so nice.
Nova
Went where?
in Northern Virginia. Sorry, Alex
Okay.
Alexandria. Um,
Yeah.
It was, I keep hearing about these like big spas that they have. Like, oh, you go and they have a pool and then they have these
I
rooms.
have heard of that. Yeah.
So I finally did it. My aunt paid for everyone to go to the spa. We did the
That
transportation
is
part, but I was
so
like,
nice.
thanks, Auntie.
I
Um,
love that.
it was really nice. It was really relaxing. It ended kind of on a dramatic note, but still for the most part, good.
Hmm.
Let's see. Sebastian had surgery last week.
For what?
Minor but important. Like he had this little thing under here, and I thought it was
Oh, okay.
cyst. Thanks to
Okay.
Dr. Pimple Popper. And I've had like a cyst in my wrist when I was a teen, so I was like, oh, it's probably the same thing.
Hmm.
Swollen lymph node, had it removed. So
Oh,
we're waiting
okay.
on like pathology to finish doing all the testing to make sure everything's okay.
Okay, good.
I
How's
dumped.
he feeling?
He's fine.
Oh, okay, so it
Like
wasn't like
so first,
taxing on him.
no. So he was
Okay.
passed out. Like he was. You know how you're in the best sleep of your life after
Yeah.
surgery. Like he was in it. Like
Mm,
I went to see him. He was, of course, I took a picture and a selfie. I'm like, oh, I
of
look.
course, you have to.
But
You know what? Embarrassed was so embarrassing. Not for me, because I'm always gonna be like obsessive over him. But like even now, I just take pictures, like when he's sleeping,
you're
especially
so
because
cute.
it's just
They look
his.
like babies again.
Yes, and his face is just this big old smushed face. I just,
Oh,
I just love him so much, and just
I
love him so
understand.
much. You know.
I do. They're so
Yeah,
precious.
I know.
I the so two things. I remember having it's mainly all three of the boys and appreciating it, but Sebastian, of course, was the first. So it's like the first time you experience it.
Yeah.
It was something about when you pick them up to go to sleep and they put their head like right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's so perfectly, and it's like you can feel them breathing in their little
Mm-hmm.
cheek. I'm like,
I know.
my God invented my shoulders. Oh, thank you, Lord.
I know.
Like,
I
love that
remember
feeling.
when Chris, like when he was first born, he just wasn't in the mood to open his eyes. He'd open it for like a little bit, but then close it back. And then I remember, of course, it was like within the first week, and I'm
Mhm.
just like lying in the bed.
The first week.
So I'm just like lying in the bed, like holding him,
Hmm.
and he finally thought to himself, I guess, look at this.
Maybe I should see who's talking to me. Hmm.
And he just, he like was the longest he's opened his eyes. I'm telling you, he did not he did not want to open his eyes. And he just stared me down. And it was the most creepy, precious thing ever.
You're like, maybe you should close your eyes.
But it was so sweet though. And it was just him and I, because I remember thinking, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now what?
This human being, like, because it was my first time being left alone with him. So I was
Oh.
like, oh God, what do I was
Keep
like,
him
who
alone.
thought this was a good idea to leave me alone with my baby? Um, and it was just like the most, I will never forget that moment. It was the sweetest thing because he hadn't stared at anyone that long at that point. He
Well,
just
I
did
mean,
not, he didn't
you're
want to
the
do it.
first to everything.
He didn't want to do
Fine.
it. He didn't
Yeah.
want to do it. And whenever we would have company, like, and so then his eyes would be open. He'd be looking for blood, doing, regular baby stuff. But then whenever company would come over, close his eyes.
Too much stimulus. Oh, he's awake. He just doesn't want to look at you.
He's always been strange.
It really when you like look back, it's like okay, the signs
Yeah.
were there. I just
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
ignored them.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad.
I didn't know what they were leading to.
Exactly. I'm glad the surgery went well.
Oh, so the end of this. to a degree. So I go back to see him. He's passed out. And the nurse is like, "Oh, I'm freezing." Okay. The nurse is like, "Oh, are you Sebastian's mom?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, can I see your bracelet?" Okay, here's my bracelet. Show her matching. She's like, "I just have to tell you, he is so. And I'm like, "Oh, brave, courageous." Like, okay, where are we going? Handsome.
Oh, he is so sweet. Isn't that just adorable?
I was like, "Oh."
Isn't that just adorable?
So now I tease him every time I see him. I'm like, "You are just so so
Yes.
so." He's
For
like,
the rest of his life.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For the rest of his life. Oh my God, that is so sweet. Isn't that just so like, I hate to sound like one of those like old aunties, but like just so delicious and just yummy. Just
It
so sweet.
really is. It really is. It was so sweet. The lady, my recovery nurse, was really nice too. She's like, "Oh, how do you say your name?" And I had a friend that did a missionary work in Djibouti. I'm like, "Okay, girl." She put Vaseline on his lips. I said, "Thank you,"
Mm.
because I couldn't have anything on him before the surgery. You know, your skin has to be clean. She's like, "Oh, now that he's out, I just have to help him."
That's how you that's how you know you got a real one.
Excuse me, girl. Thank you. Because I had this CarMax ready to go. I was trying not to be judged in here.
That's how you know you got a real one.
His, uh, his lip gloss was popping.
I wish Chris' lip gloss was popping.
His is not usually. I'm so crazy with these.
I'm so annoyed looking at his cracked lips.
Like, doesn't that hurt?
But he did find, right, but he did find this lip balm that I got him, which is like the only thing that works for him. Like
Okay.
even Vas
Look, I'm writing it down.
oh my God, I gotta look at it. It's it's not cheap. Of course it wouldn't be cheap with them lips.
But at the same time, who cares as
Yeah.
long as your lips aren't falling off? I mean,
Hmm.
care, but it's like,
No, this is the only thing that works for him. And
mm-hmm,
it's something that I had initially got for me and it didn't work for me, but it works for him.
mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I gotta I gotta look it up again, but and I'll let you know. I think it's like Ola Hendrix or something like that, which is expensive.
Can I tell you, after I had Sebastian, my lips were so dry. I was spending
Mm,
so much money. I was going to makeup counters and buying
mhm,
lip stuff because whatever was happening with my body being all
mhm,
confused, it
mhm,
was just
yeah.
like sucking all moisture out. I was like, my
Mhm,
lips,
yeah.
$20, $23 lip balm.
That's what I got, Chris. That's basically what the cost is. And it's the only thing that works for him. I have tried the chapstick brand, I have tried, you've done, like, and Vaseline really is like a sealant,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's for Chris, it still needs moisture underneath
Yeah.
for the Vaseline to seal in the moisture.
Yeah.
So, Vaseline is good as that top coat, but we gotta get underneath.
You know you're deep
And-
when you know there are at least two coats you need, especially for
mhm, mhm,
the dry lip challenge, because that's what I started doing with my boys. I'm like, okay,
mhm.
we have the whatever I have, CarMax,
Yeah,
intensive care, Aquaphor, whatever, and
yeah.
I have this balm that I put on top. I did it to Sebastian. He's like, "Oh, mom, I already did it." I'm like, "No,
One,
go
two
back.
step.
I know
One,
you're
two,
not gonna do it the whole day."
one, two step.
Hmm.
That's right. Because right, I knew you were gonna. I knew.
So that's why you got to watch on YouTube.
Tonya. Do, do, do.
Come to party. All right, go ahead.
Oh my God, I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're talking about one, two steps of chap lip.
Oh yeah, because if Chris, thank you, because if Chris doesn't have that like Vaseline on top to seal it in, because it's gonna not last as long. It's gonna like because he always
Evaporate. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
like, can you just let your and I used to like be the person when I was younger. I'd have like a ring around my lip
Your
because I
lip,
used to
your lip.
yeah, when I was a kid. And my mom, it drove her, she was like, stop.
Yeah.
But Chris is always doing something because
Yeah.
they're so big. He got him honest. So, but his is like
Yeah.
massive, you know.
Hand size big.
Yeah, yeah. Is that yeah. Just
Mhm.
exactly. Okay, so surgery went well. He is
Yeah, yeah.
so. I'm not doing my so.
Back to 1, 2 step. If you want to know what we're laughing about, check it on YouTube, okay?
Yes, and that he is. Um, any dancing since
For me or for him?
you?
I mean, classes, of course.
Okay.
I did skip the last. I got to the party late last week because I didn't feel
Mhm.
like going to the class. And
Yeah.
I'm walking up and I see my primary teacher leaving, and
Mhm.
I was like, oh, "Are you leaving for the rest of the night? Leaving? Like,
Right.
or are you going to 7-Eleven to get a drink?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, my stomach." I was like, "All right, that's all you have to say. Bye." He's like, "But you're here to dance." I was like, "I'm here to have good dances." Okay. And not
There's levels to this.
right, there are because okay, there's nothing against the other people, but like
Yeah.
I don't remember some of the stuff that they're on right now. Like
Hmm.
you learn so many steps. I don't remember what they did. Like, and then
Okay. Yeah.
they're trying to get me to do it. I can't do it because I don't remember, and I can't do it because you may not be communicating it properly.
Right.
Like,
And
I'm not,
that's important. That part, that's important
yeah.
too. Yeah.
So it's like I'm not in here trying to ballroom blitz over the remaining three male teachers.
Hmm.
And the only two that know the steps for sure that I know are like two or three of them, and you're one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
But
it.
yeah. So I did have to break up with a friend.
Ooh, that now see, that's a tough one. That's so tricky.
It sucks.
I know. Oh my gosh. I
Because
wasn't ready for that. Oh my God, what a transition.
I'm breaking up with a friend, and it
And
sucks because it's like
people, I don't think they talk about it enough about how like friendship breakups. And that's a relationship.
it is
Yeah,
because
like
just like every other relationship, you don't necessarily
just like a
dislike them.
romantic
Just
like
like
partnership. Like you invest as much.
time, energy, emotion.
Yeah.
And it's really like two friends that I'm dumping at the same time.
Okay.
It sucks because we're in like the same circle, in
Mm,
circle. So it's awkward. And it's weird because it's more of a logical break than an emotional break.
okay.
And so it
Yeah.
sucks. But it's like just like with my marriage, it's like, okay, emotionally, I mean, I was going crazy emotionally and but I wanted to make it work. But I'm like, at what cost?
Yeah.
Who is this benefit?
Now that's the truth. Like honestly, um you do need to do a like you need to like reevaluate um different points like in your life and
Mm,
like honestly if something's no longer serving you and you don't see a way back or you don't want to find a way back or you don't think it's worth
or
worth it you do need to it would do you well to cut ties um to let it go um and what I've noticed too is dead weight, whatever that comes in, whatever
mhm,
form, it can really take a toll on you and you not even realize it. And then also, there's always been something that I've noticed about letting go where something new comes in and beautiful, as if the blessing was being blocked
mhm.
because I was still holding on
Hold it.
to something old and
Yeah.
and it just wasn't, I wasn't putting myself in a position for that blessing to come to me because I'm holding on to something I need to let go of. I'm not going to be ready for that thing unless I let go of, what no longer, again, serves me. So,
I like that. Okay, okay. Um, before, how much time we got? Okay.
yeah. Oh, we're still good.
Can I tell you how frustrated and annoyed I am by Real Housewives of Potomac?
Oh, and
Okay. Oh
I
my God.
haven't been keeping up with like the clips and stuff like how I normally have. I do know Giselle is still mean.
How did
But
I miss that she was such a mean girl this whole
she's
time?
so
I
mean.
feel like previously, maybe because the other people could match her level, that she
Well,
feel that.
Karen's not on this season. And her but her
And Wendy, it hasn't been as nasty as usual to
but
me.
her and Karen though, like I feel like
There's a balance.
she's yeah, there was a balance between her and Karen, and because Karen's not there, she's looking and like she's doing stuff that maybe she's showing she's showing more of herself
Yeah.
than normal. She's always been a nasty, mean person, but she's really, it's been amplified because I believe Karen is the missing piece. And also, um, word is that the season was just so boring.
Hmm.
And so, um, her and Ashley maybe were talked to like, hey, like amp this up. And so they're going even harder, but that's not like you can like if this is the only way you know how to bring it for a season, then you're not Real Housewives. Then you're not the person you think you are.
I just, maybe I'm too much of a go with the flow kind and like, oh, this sucks, but I can tell this wasn't intentional. So I'm
Are
gonna
you talking about the no water, the
the no
no?
water thing. Yeah. And they're like,
Yeah.
you didn't do. I'm like, give the woman a chance to apologize. She didn't come sneaking in the night and turn the water off. She's trying to tell you she's sorry. She
Hmm.
went into fix mode and maybe she should have started with, "Hey y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this fixed. But if I know I'm gonna call you and the first thing you do is cuss me out, then why am I doing it?"
I mean, I think okay. So from what I've been hearing, I feel like they both are valid. Like you're valid to be upset about,
Yeah, like it's
but I
yeah,
mean, but
how
what
you
I
express
heard
it.
from like one of the podcasts I listened to, what I heard is that she just kept going and
She
going
did
and going. Just go to the Four Seasons and just be
and
quiet
shut up.
about it. Because
And but
that's
but
what I
she's
did. I'm
going
not about to talk.
off while she's sitting on Angel's private jet that
Oh,
she's traveling.
that's what I heard too.
Girl,
Now that would be a problem.
Angel is
That won't fly with me. Pun
she wouldn't
intended.
fly with me. She exactly
That
like get off my plane would have shot out my mouth faster. Like
hmm
get go bye. Go to the four.
hmm
Do you have is your luggage already packed? Then go to the Four Seasons.
hmm
Like it would not as non-confrontational as I am.
hmm
She would have been off that jet so fast. And
I
anybody else who can't accept my apology, get off my plane.
Yeah, I don't think Angel though is gonna she might not return next season because
I don't
yeah,
protecting her peace. And I like she doesn't seem
yeah. Well, what two things? Yes, she needs to protect her peace. And so that's the first thing. Second thing is she's just not cut out for a housewife or this cast. I mean, she's just too much of a normal person.
right. And their whole issue with, oh, we thought we were staying at her house. We thought we were staying at her house. First of all, if you listen, she never said that. And second of all, I don't remember any of them hosting a slumber party. Since when
Yeah.
do you stay at each other's houses when you
hmm
go on a trip? Never. Never.
Now, by the way, we are watching an edited show. So we have no idea what was said, if it was
They
agreed
showed
upon.
it. She said, I'm
Oh,
inviting you to Colorado. She didn't say you're staying at my house.
oh,
They
but it's
assumed
edited though, so we don't know exactly what may have been. See, that's the thing, because
that
they
in between.
it could have it could have been, I don't know. And that's why, like the reunion can come out, whatever, like was that said or whatever. But because like why would they, think that? They could have just thought that, but also it could have been said. So I do keep that in mind, that this show is highly edited, and it has to be, because you gotta condense it all down to less than an hour because you have commercials.
Yes.
um but it just, either way, it doesn't excuse, like, Giselle and Ashley have just been such nasty girls. Like, I just,
And then they're like, oh, we don't know why she's treating us like this.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Come on now.
Like, as
Come on.
soon as you say you don't want to stay here the first time, I'd been like, okay,
No, 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 no.
don't unpack, don't
It
unpack.
it goes beyond. It precedes the house thing, and you don't want to say, like, it goes back to day one
Yeah.
of, yeah, like,
They
but
attack
again,
her all every chance unnecessary. Like they create reasons. Like
mhm,
I can see when she's a little irrational, but sometimes it's like y'all are just picking, y'all are making up something to pick on
mhm,
her about.
mhm, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, if she did get another season, or so either, like, if they extended an offer to her
Hmm.
for a second season, which I doubt, but if they did, it'd be interesting to see um how she brings it, like the second season. Because I do believe that Housewives, if they want, should get at least two seasons, because
You don't know
it's,
what you're getting into.
yeah, you don't know what you can watch stuff all day long, but you also, even if you know what you're getting into, it's still an adjustment.
Yeah.
It's still like, you still have to find your footing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I want to see Angel back on the show in a house for, that's not a rent. Like I understand their
Hmm.
situation. I hate it when Giselle's like, they were evicted. They were evicted. She thought in 6 months they would find a home. That is
Hmm.
rational. Like, and she didn't
Hmm.
expect the lease to end. Whatever.
But I don't think she articulated that well,
Well, she
Angel.
doesn't let her. Like, she's like, well, blah, blah," and I'm like,
No, but she could. Like, she could. She can still
good.
do it. Like, she can still articulate herself well, because it's not, she was also, it's not a matter just of they didn't let her. She playing, because she is, I think, terrified of what they're going to say or whatever. She's not, like, she's playing around with the words and what
Trying to make
happened,
it
and
perfect.
yeah, exactly. She's trying to make it seem like something, else or whatever. Like, so I think there's that, like just be straightforward. You know what I mean? And also, you can shut it down. Like, in these, because just like how you said, you're normally just chill, whatever, but if somebody's pushing you, you're gonna go there and shut it down. You don't want to be, like, you're not, confrontational. But yeah, so I think it's like, I want her to be more direct and just say what it is.
Yeah.
Because also she has this thing, Angel, where, I'm a elder wag, or I'm a, like, wag, wag, wag.
Yeah.
And so she feels like she has to be, it almost seems like she feels like she has to be perfect, or she has to, it's like, no, girl, like,
But
I'm
even
telling you, be you, be real, mistakes and all, like, we're like, the audience will be there for you for that.
I think because I want to say she was in broadcasting or some type of communication prior to Bobby.
Mm,
And when you're in that field, and depending on how she's raised, like my parents and my grandparents and everybody, especially on my mom's side of the family,
mhm,
we're all about like be mindful of the words you choose. Be
mhm,
mindful of all the people it's going to impact. Be very aware of what you're saying. And so when you have these things, and she majored in communication,
mhm,
playing, and it's like you have to care about what your husband thinks the most, and he seems to really care.
mhm.
It's like she's in her mind weighing so many
That's too much for her.
it's a lot. And
That's too
she's
much for her.
child, I tell you, when I was hormonal, I mean, probably if I was hormonal, they probably would have gotten the worst of me.
Hmm.
I didn't care. I was like Mama Bear.
Yeah.
But I
Hmm.
feel like she's trying to balance so many things before
It's too much for her. It's too
that
much
they're
for,
just attacking.
yeah.
Like I'm like, I understand this, but y'all would have been off the plane.
Yeah, no, that's too. I mean, outside of just this incident, like I can tell from, like just what you said, she is, and that does add context to it for sure. But she has a lot of learning and growing to do herself to make sure that she's making herself happy and putting herself, first, and also seeing how other people in her life support her mental health and support her happiness. Because if you're so in your head like that about, I have to be mindful of this, I have to be mindful of that, whatever, and then you're put into like this new situation where it's like a pressure cooker, like that's a lot.
It
Even
is.
outside of this pressure cooker that she's in, if that's the case in her pre, Potomac housewives world, that's that's something she should work on,
Yeah, I mean,
even. And
it's so
then
embedded. Like it's so a part of
yeah, no, exactly.
you know.
And but also too, when and that's the thing, like when it weighs on you so heavily,
Hmm.
but even with me, like it's so interesting how, because I grew up going to, a Methodist church, and, I grew up just believing, um, like whatever, like the pastor told me or whatever, my grandmother told me, whatever, that was like the religion, like, and you can do this and you can't do that. And so it got to me like to a point where I was just like, okay, this is so embedded in me. But the way that I'm told that being a Christian's supposed to look and sound and whatever the walk I'm supposed to take, like, I don't resonate with that. And
Yeah.
so for a while, I really found myself like stepping away,
Hmm.
like from religion. And it took like a whole journey for
Hmm.
me to come back and say, no, I am a Christian. I identify as a Christian. And I don't feel like someone who's Muslim is going to go, to hell, or
Hmm.
someone, who, whatever, they practice or don't practice, and I don't, feel like I don't believe a lot of things that have been taught to me and how people typically or necessarily interpret, like the Bible. And
Hmm.
I have been in such a better mental and spiritual state, having my own little relationship, you know,
Hmm.
with God versus leaning on the church or leaning on what elders tell me, it's supposed to look and sound like, and the walk I'm supposed to walk or whatever. And, especially the generation that we grew up with or that raised us,
Yeah.
you just need Jesus, you don't need a therapist. You don't necessarily need, Zoloft. You don't need, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, like, so I take what I take, what works for me, and I leave what doesn't feel right, and so that might be like so off from like the whole angel thing, but what got to me was the embedded, because can you imagine what it takes to have that journey of
I
something
know
that
what it
was,
takes. Like that's how I
mhm,
feel all the time.
yeah,
But it's so much a part of,
it's not easy. It's not
yeah, I
easy.
mean, or it's just how you utilize, like my thought process is like this because I'm
Hmm.
used to
Hmm.
navigating that structure of thinking.
Hmm.
I'm not going from never having thought like that to now all of a sudden I have to.
That's
It's
right.
always been how I've been taught. If that's how you're taught, that's
Also,
how
you have to come to it on your like I can't, like, you can't just tell somebody this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, blah blah blah, for yourself. Like you have to just come to that point in your
yeah,
life where it's
yeah,
like, oh, like this
yeah,
doesn't work for me anymore. You know what I mean? And
right.
I gotta figure this out. You have somebody preach it to you, you know.
I mean, I feel like you should, personally, I feel like you should always be growing, right? Like
Hmm.
what I was taught in school is the teacher gives you the information. Like
Hmm.
they might interpret it for you, but if you want to know more, you do additional research. Or if something
Hmm.
they say doesn't quite feel right, you do additional research.
Hmm.
Same thing in church. It's like the pastor is still a man. He may have
Hmm.
been chosen by God to lead his people, but I still need to do the work on my own to develop a
Hmm.
relationship with God. The same way I develop a relationship with people, with my friends, with
Hmm.
my husband, with my children.
Yeah.
Every relationship is different. I don't have the same expectation for you that I have for my friend that lives in Georgia that I have for Valerie. That's
Hmm.
irrational, but I do have the same respect level
Hmm.
for you and for what I expect from you.
That's right.
So I think it's accepting people's differences, owning what you need to own in the relationship, and not just taking people's words for it. Like
Hmm.
I do think it's weird when they're like, well, the pastor said, and I'm
Hmm.
like, well, that's great, but does that make sense? Like
Hmm.
all the way? Or if it does make sense, tell me how it makes sense. And
Hmm.
when I ask people to do things like that, they think oh, you're challenging me. No, I just want to understand. But you feel challenged and
Well,
or
okay. Well, what's wrong with being
um,
challenged?
exactly. Well,
Yeah.
well, prove it. I'm like, I'm not opposed, prove it.
Um, they say that professors
Mm-hmm.
at Ivy League schools,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, of course they're going to, provide you information. That's we're an information world.
Mm-hmm.
But they say what professors in Ivy League schools really hone on is they teach you how to think.
I mean, I had a teacher in third grade
Hmm.
tell me that.
Hmm.
I remember that from third grade, Mrs. Brown. And I remember thinking, like, teach me how to think. And it is the best, one of
Hmm.
the best things I ever learned
Hmm.
is how to think on my own, critical.
And that's what I do with Chris because it's rough as a journey. But I'm like we'll have a conversation and I'll say, well, what do you think?
I don't know.
And it's so annoying.
Mhm.
And then so first of all, I don't accept that because he does say that a lot. I'm like, nope, I don't accept that. And then I talk to him more. Well, so what makes you think that? Or why did you come, to that thought process, that, conclusion, that whatever.
Mhm.
And it takes so much patience. Okay, but listen, going back to the two friends that you dumped. You
Mhm.
don't have, of course you don't have to go into like great detail, but like what because we kind of like veered off from that because we have ADHD. What like can you talk more about that? Like what got you to this point? Curious.
Um,
What happened, girl? What
I'm trying,
happened?
I'm trying to think of like a parallel, like an analogy.
Oh,
So I don't, I mean,
I
not too
love a
much
good
of an
analogy.
analogy. Not in the way of if this like I want to give you an example. That
Yeah,
way, it could be anybody in this world. Okay.
yeah.
So I meet you and you say, you know what? In my whole life, I've never been on vacation. My family never took me. I see people online, it just looks like so much fun. I've never been on vacation. And I say, you know what? I have some extra money. I'll pay for you to go on vacation. It's a loan. I'll pay for you to go on this vacation. Just pay me back. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yes, thank you. I'll pay you back. Okay. So you're paying me back gradually. And I say, if anything ever happens that you can't pay me, just let me know. I'm
Yeah.
understanding. I'm a human. I have a life. Like I know things happen. Just let me know. Okay. You stop paying me. Hey, what's going on? It's been like 3 months. Oh, well, it's only actually been 2 months. Um, things got rough. That's cool. Just make sure you let me know. Okay. Since the vacation that I paid for, you've been on two, three, four more vacations.
Um,
Now, mind you, Might be somebody else paying for the vacations, but you figure out how to go on those vacations, right?
Yeah.
But you don't, and many vacations in between, little weekend vacations in between.
Mm.
You can figure that out, whether it's borrowing money or not paying this to pay that, but you can't figure out how to let me know that you can't pay me for the vacation that I sent you on, and B, you can't figure out how to pay me for the vacation. Like you can't, you're not communicating and you're
Can
not.
I just say something? I don't know. I think at this point, like something like that, and I'm not saying that's the situation that, but I'm saying that for the situation that you are
Hmm.
describing,
Hmm.
at that point, I'm questioning like your character
Thank you.
because are you a grifter?
Like,
That's what it feels like at some point. I'm like, are you, are you a grifter? Like, are you, like, is this, like, that doesn't feel, that doesn't feel good, you know? And then I'm not, I don't want to be one to judge because I know, I know that,
I know that. Like, I've been
people
there.
end up in, people get in situations, but so I hate to judge here. And it's so nuanced and every situation is so individualized. I get that. But I'm just going to tell you in my position.
Hmm.
In a situation exactly like that, the
Hmm.
least of my concerns is we're having money to go on a vacation or borrowing money from someone for a vacation or and but everybody's different. There are things that I wouldn't even um take from you or Val or even like borrow, like the whole, when Val had
Was
generously offered the laptop or whatever. I
Mhm.
was like, oh no, I'll use this old HP, whatever. And it wasn't until it came down to a situation where it was going to make a difference between if I could work or not.
Mhm.
And you were just but I just can't bring myself, and everybody's different, to come to you for something that I consider a luxury like that. That's just, and
Right.
I feel so, I don't, I don't feel bad. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's how I feel.
Exactly. And to me, I'm not going to give you something that I don't want to give you. Like
Hmm.
when he offered the computer, we were going to give that to you because at the time we had the capability.
Hmm.
We 110% understand what it is to have a need and not be able to
Hmm.
have a desire. And to him, it's like, oh, this is a business investment. Even, at least they're trying to do this thing actively. Like,
But that meant so much to me. Just that alone.
yeah,
Like that just, and that was it.
right.
Didn't, even with me saying no, I was like, oh my God, that was so generous. And that just, for you and Val to do that was just like, oh my God, like, that just affects people.
Yeah,
It kind of lets you know, oh my God, like who's there for
right,
you is what it did for me.
right.
So, but it was still no.
Which is respectable,
Yeah.
which I get. And for me, it's like you don't value, it's the
The
person
value, that's
they
what it
said like,
is.
oh, I wish I never took the money. I wish I never gave you the money if I knew this was what was going to be at the end of the road. But it's like it's not so much about the money, which it is. It is about to a degree.
Yeah,
It's
for
about the
sure.
fact that you can't see that it's hurting me. And
Hmm.
you can't, you don't even, I mean, you say you care, but you don't show that you care.
Yeah,
It's just like the same thing we talked about with our managers. If you don't understand that you're hurting me, that's just as bad as hurting me intentionally. Like it's the same weight.
We've had a conversation about this
Yeah,
in one of these
we have stuff
podcasts
like
about,
that.
if you, regardless of your intention, the
It's
outcome is still
the same.
what it is. Yeah.
I'm
And
not, I'm accruing interest, not accruing. Yes, I am accruing, not earning. I'm accruing interest on this.
that's
So
right.
figure it out. Like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's
I would have to talk to you offline to like really
right.
get the nitty
But
gritty.
I already
But
know that's valid.
I'm just like,
I
I
already know that's valid.
like this is eating me up inside.
Yeah. No,
It's
that
hurtful. And
it would eat me up inside to be on the other end,
right.
of that. And um, you know, money is money, whether it's $100, whether it's 500, whether it's 1,000. And I get that, you know, money is money, but there, there's, I, I'm just not gonna go. Like, you shouldn't. There should be a limit. You just, for the person who's receiving,
Yeah.
you need to be honest,
Yeah.
with yourself. And did you just do that because there's a pimple on my nose?
No, because my nose is itching. But I think
Clearly, I'm insecure about this pimple.
I always think to myself, I'm like, even if I won $1 billion tomorrow, I still wouldn't be friends with her.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
Not because and of course she wouldn't owe me the money. Like
I'm
I
sorry. I'm calling it into this.
but I don't feel like that's wrong. But it's like not because of the money situation. It's the respect and caring of our relationship
Yeah.
that would end our has ended our friendship.
Hmm.
That's it.
No, that's very valid. Val should come up with a company called Valid. I don't know what it is.
I Let me write that
There,
down.
write that down. I don't know what it would be.
I keep trying to talk him into doing a podcast with me too, because
That would be so husband and wife. Oh my God, y'all
he
would.
and I fuss about like
That would be so good.
internet couple stuff all the time.
Do it.
All the time.
Why won't he do it?
I don't know, because I'm like, I totally disagree. He's like, but Lisa, I'm like, you have to see it from her perspective or from his perspective. And I argue him down every time. He's like, no.
No, but also too, like just even, just the marriage in general, like especially in 2026 and the realities of it, and then, being running businesses and like that's I think there's a space for that.
Yeah, when I tell you his business is his mistress, I'm like,
See, that's a good conversation to have. Like, to share, like there's a space for that.
I have to. I feel like it's all about me. Sorry, in my therapy.
No, this is good because yeah, I don't want to.
I
And
thought
this
we didn't talk about your new year.
we got nothing. We'll go into that the
Oh no,
next week.
next time. Um,
It's that works for me.
I definitely have to realize like his business and all the people that he like helps. I'm like, I am
Mhm.
in the back seat. I'm like, ooh, Val, and I have to be the supporting cast member. So I'm like pushing him to fulfill his stuff. And then I'm like, got the kids on my back. Like, we're gonna do this, team. And then that's why when women are like, oh, I lost myself in my family. If you feel that happening to you, which is valid,
Mhm.
make a change yourself because waiting on them to figure it out is not gonna happen.
Valid.
Hmm. Points.
Okay, I'm whatever this comes from this valid. I'm so excited for it. I literally have no idea what Val does
You
or
spoke it into existence.
or
So
what that can, fall under or whatever. But it's just so good. It's just so good. No, but yes, we will next week. It was just 10 a.m. We're not time to no night, nothing. 'Cause it's just,
I have full makeup on because I had done my makeup for twice. Both of the times I just happened to have done my makeup. And I was like, I'm just gonna take a nap. And when Tanya calls me or texts me, my face will be done. And if I'm sleepy, at least my face will be done.
yeah.
And I wake up the next day, I'm like, oh my gosh, did she text me?
Nope.
She did.
Oh, I text you that morning saying so. Obviously, that didn't work. Oh my God, I can't.
Oh my.
Okay, but we'll next time. I mean, it's nothing really exciting, anyways, but just catching up. So with that said, Lisa's gonna do the work while I do some other work.
That's just, come on,
Putting out the stuff. But thank you. If you made it to this point, you're a special person. Um,
I need to pray for you.
yes, exactly. And Lisa and Ton,
Take off.
I
Bye.
love when you say the off.
Off. Coffee.
Bye, guys.
Bye.